Okay, I think enough people have joined, so let's get started. I sincerely hope you guys did read the questions which we discussed last week, last sessions, questions and answers. And as I told you, I messaged you
Yes.
guys. We'll quickly start with that, right? Though this is not the normal practice which we will be following, because if we keep on doing this, our duration of the session of the course will get extended and it will keep on extending, right? So that is not the normal practice, but initial 1 or 2 sessions just want to see if you guys are really putting some efforts or not. So I'm just checking it. Otherwise I will leave it up to you guys. You are not kindergarten students, you all are adult. You want a job, you want to clear your interview, so it is up to you. Learning, I leave it up to you. Explanation, clearing the concept, explaining it to you, that is up to me. I'll do that. But learning something, that is up to you. I cannot do it on behalf of you, right? On your behalf, no one else can do it. In fact, only you have to do it. So let's quickly get started. I will someone has messaged that it is not visible. I hope all of you people are using laptop or PC. No one is on the phone.
Yeah. Laptop.
Okay, great. Is it visible, guys? Readable enough? My screen, the questions.
Ye- Yes, Soil.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's quickly start it. Yes, Iram, I see you are on mute. Could you quickly tell me what are the uh, Azure region and how many are there? This question I'm referring to.
Which one? Sorry, I just
Uh,
got it.
wh what are Azure regions and how many are there?
Okay.
Yes, could you
So
answer that?
Azure is sorry. I just got disconnected. So Azure region basically are the regions where these services are rendered. Regional services that are deployed and that are hosted for particular geographical regions, and each region has a different data, or unless they are transferred to another region or residency, and that is what regionals are, like a virtual machine or something. That is basically a region. What about
Uh,
correct?
Correct, however, somehow broken. I mean, now because I can understand what you're trying to say, so I would say answer is correct, but your interviewer is not going to do this extra step for you. Your interviewer
Mm-hmm.
wants a crisp and clear and concise answer, right? I know what you're trying to say, and I know your concept is clear, but I told you guys that with concept, the jargons and everything, that is also very mandatory. I shared a video with you, an audio clip with you guys a few days back, where I mentioned 4 tips about it, where I specifically in that audio it is specifically mentioned that using jargons and technical words in your interview helps a lot. It really helps a lot. It shows that you have been working, right? So please try to utilize jargons and etc everything, guys. Anyone, the answer is correct. Anyone else would like to reattempt the same question? What is Azure
I can,
region? Yeah.
yeah, I can try. Yeah. So Azure region is nothing but a data center, and like where all the racks and servers are kept. And we have 60 plus region in 140 countries.
Okay. Uh, Fine. This is also correct. But just saying, instead of saying data center, I would say Azure region is where we have multiple data centers or one data center. You do not call a building of a data center, we do not call that as a region. Whichever city of, let's say Pune, if Pune has one or more data centers of Azure, that will be called as Azure region. Though the answer is correct, both of you answers are correct. Just try to modulate properly, use some jargons, etc. Otherwise answer is correct. Yeah, and when factually also it is correct, the numbers are correct, so we'll move to the next one. What is a high availability? Anyone would like to try?
High availability is nothing but the services which are available 24 by service, 24 by 7, and promise to give a good service. It's hi-fi technology which Azure always render to the client.
Okay. Uh, Again, I would, it's not, will not mention Azure here. We are not specifically talking about Azure here. I told you high availability was there even before cloud. So if a question is specific to high availability, we'll stick to high availability. That what is it? Simply, what is
Okay.
high availability? It's having this service available. The first sentence was correct. The first part of the sentence was correct. So having any service available for their end users 24/7 or maximum time, that is what your high availability is. That's it. Even if my
Okay.
server is down, my application is working. My one server is down, my application is working. There's some network issue, my application is still working. I'm doing some maintenance, the planned maintenance. I'm not talking about any break fix. Nothing has broken. I'm doing some planned maintenance. Still my application is running. That is called your high availability. Okay. Geography, it's a basic question, so I'm not asking this to anyone. Data center, I hope you guys understood. I don't have to explain it again. And as I told you, this is not the normal practice which we follow to take all the questions here. Otherwise, that will consume a lot of time. What is cloud? I'm not asking to anyone. Types of deployment models. Who can answer this? Though this is basic, but I have experienced that even for experienced people, they do ask about deployment models and service models. So I'm not leaving this question. So who can answer what is deployment models? What are deployment models in cloud?
Public,
No, you are
private, and
already done.
hybrid
No,
cloud. Uh,
someone else. Sorry, I had to mute you. Someone
Uh,
else, please.
yeah. So, types of deployment models can be public cloud,
Mm-hmm.
private cloud, and hybrid cloud. So, public cloud is where the resources and hardware is owned and maintained by the cloud service provider.
Mm-hmm.
Cloud service providers can be AWS, Azure, GCP, etc. And the hardware which we use can be shared by multiple tenants.
Okay.
In
Next.
private
Mm-hmm.
cloud is where the resources are dedicatedly used by a single tenant. Mostly government agencies or financial corporations use this private cloud model.
Mm-hmm.
So the companies, they totally handle the cloud infrastructure and the maintenance of the cloud and the hardware. The companies which use this service or this model, they only like you can say they don't do the maintenance part and it is not owned by them.
Okay.
And hybrid cloud can be a combination of private, public, or on premises. So
What kind of
so
industry
for
would use hybrid cloud? Can you give me an example?
so if a company which
It's
is
okay. It's
in
okay.
this
Safe. Correct
uh,
answer. It was good. Good answer. Anyone else, guys? Yeah. Which kind of industry will use hybrid cloud, or most of the industries? Which domain would use hybrid cloud based on your when they might ask you that based on your experience, you tell me what kind of companies have you seen in hybrid cloud?
Federal.
Yes. More options or more examples? Yes, guys. Are you getting the question? Did you get his answer and did you get my question? Anyone who's lost is not understanding. We're discussing the deployment models. He explained public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud. Now I'm asking him, or anyone is free to answer, that which kind of companies, which kind of industries have you seen in a hybrid model?
so for example, if an
No,
industry
Joseph,
which is
let someone else answer.
It could be the e-commerce website like Flipkart, Amazon, or Swiggy.
Uh, See, hybrid cloud is not something that only these can use. Anyone can use it technically. But no, e-commerce, you will never see these people are using hybrid. They will either completely they will use public cloud. It's okay. Most of the time, hybrid cloud will be used by banking sector. So you can simply and bluntly you can answer banking sector, banking or any finance sector. Why is that so? Because for applications they use uh, public cloud, because public cloud has many features, right? Understand one thing, when I say private cloud, it is nothing but their own data center with some enhanced version, with some enhanced features. But again, it has some limitations. When it goes to a public cloud is hosted, and it is uh, it is run by Azure, it's run by Microsoft, it is run by AWS. So they have latest technology, latest feature, an n number of features and flexibility, scalability. So public cloud is always useful. So what these banks and financial companies they want to do, their uh, their applications which doesn't have any compliance issue, which doesn't have any data, all the applications which do not have any issue putting in the public cloud, they utilize public cloud for those applications. And for something where their customers data is connected, those servers and for those applications they will use their private cloud. For example, let's take ICICI Bank. Now for ICICI Bank, if they want to host an application of banking app where you can log in, you can check your money, you can transfer, or you can do these things, this one they will host on their private cloud. Again, this will be segregated. Their application they will host it on public cloud. What do you mean by hosting application? It's just the page where you log in, ICICI Bank page, where you what you see, that page, the server which is hosting that page, that server will be in public, and their database where customers database and everything is saved, that will be in their private cloud. So that is called hybrid cloud. Let me open Paint and explain it to you if you guys are getting confused. So let's say that we're talking about ICICI Bank, a bank or any application or anything. We are yet to discuss the 3 tiers of application. Once we have that discussion, it will be easier for you to understand. But still, try to understand now. Let's say that I have an application, a banking application where people will log in, check their account balance, transfer some amount, etc., whatever they want to do. So to run that application, I'll require a server which has my website, a front end server which has my website, then a middleware server or backend server which will uh, do the transactions, and I will require a database where my all the data is saved. So what can be done in this case? This front end server, this server can be hosted in public, and my database and backend server, it is in my private cloud. So this is one of the examples of hybrid cloud. Or on the other hand, and this is one application, okay, we are talking about one application. For one application we require these many servers. These are just three. We normally require 500-600 servers, maybe 200 servers here, 200 servers here, and 200 servers here. But this is how you can segregate all the front end servers in public IP, in public cloud, all the backend servers and database servers in your private cloud. The other option could be this whole application I can host in my private cloud, and some other application. One company will have many applications, like ICICI Bank. Again, example, ICICI Bank has one application where you can check your account balance, you can transfer the money. On the other hand, they have other applications also. For example, where you can simply go ahead and check your loan eligibility, or maybe just a loan calculator. You don't even have to put any personal information over there. So application like that, maybe they will host it completely on cloud. All the three servers, whatever they need, front end server, back end server, database server, whatever they require, they will host it completely on cloud. Because here you're not saving customers data, so there is no compliance. In this case you're saving customers data, so maybe there is some compliance from government that this data should not go out of India. If it is Indian bank, it should not go beyond India. If it is US bank, it should not go beyond this particular state, this should not go beyond our country. So in that case, they will keep their data here and application server somewhere else. In this case, they can keep it completely a complete application here. But both of them are an example of hybrid cloud where they're utilizing public and private cloud also. And this could be private cloud or this could be on-premises data center also. Again, it will be called hybrid model. People who have joined for the first time who are not getting these terms, private, public cloud, data center, etc. We have already covered this in 3 sessions. Please watch the recording once. If you still don't understand, feel free to get in touch with me. I will explain it to you. But watch the recording first. It has the detailed explanation. So is it clear to you guys now what is hybrid cloud and which kind of industry will
Yeah.
use it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let's quickly finish this so we can start something new.
Yeah.
Uh,
Soil,
yes.
just a thing. Can we add this point that we can use under private cloud, they have their own data centers. Can we add that
Yes,
point?
yes, you can. You can. You can.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Types of service model. Who would like to attempt?
I have a question, Sohail.
Yes.
So hybrid model means combination of a private and a public cloud.
Not really. It can be public and private. It can be on-prem or public. It can be any combination. It's called hybrid. Not
Okay.
necessary private cloud and public cloud. Let's say some company doesn't have private cloud at all. They have just their basic on-premises data center. They have 100 servers in on-premises data center, but now they have realized that cloud is more uh, cheap for them, more economical for them, more useful for them. So now any new server, maybe all the applications which are there, 100 servers, they are not even touching, they are not even migrating, they are not doing anything. Those 100 servers will be there in my on-premises data center. But any new application which I'm planning to do in future, I'm planning to host some new applications, some loan calculator, etc., ABC, some new feature, whatever. If I'm hosting any new server, we have planned that we are going with cloud. That will also be called a hybrid model.
Okay, so hybrid means mixture of any two or
Exactly.
any multiple
Yes. Yes.
servers, right?
Right.
Thank you.
Yes, guys.
Sohail
Who would
bhai,
like to try service model? Yes, yes.
Sohail bhai,
Yes, ask.
Sohail bhai. Yeah, yeah. See, I remember once you were like explaining about the hybrid model, like one of the like you had worked for some aerospace company, like some airlines company. I'm sorry. They're like they had some like 30,000 servers were there, and they wanted to move it to cloud. Okay,
Right, right.
you getting my point? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can you just explain that thing once again, please, for this hybrid cloud?
No, you don't have to consider any explanation. This explanation is good enough. Be it an airline company, be it a bank or anything. If they have, even if they have 1,000 servers on premises and even one server in cloud, it is a hybrid model. They have 1,000 servers in cloud, they have one server on premises or anywhere, it is a hybrid. Literally take the meaning of hybrid. What is the dictionary meaning of hybrid? Simply apply that. What is the dictionary meaning of hybrid? It's a combination of two things, right? So that's what it is. If you have your IT infrastructure, what all comes under IT infrastructure? It could be server, it could be storage, it could be networking, it could be load balancer, anything. So if you have few things here, few things there, it is a hybrid model. It is as simple as that. Don't get confused. Do not go industry wise, nothing. Clear about hybrid model? If that one is not clear to you, that
Yeah,
example,
thank
it's
you.
okay. Yeah, it's okay. You don't have to worry about a specific example. You need to understand the concept so you guys can make your own examples. Okay. Yes, guys, who would like to try
Yeah.
service model?
So that means there is no ratio of on
No,
the
no, no, definitely.
premises in the
No,
cloud.
I explicitly told you, even if one server is there, it is a hybrid one.
All right, fine.
Yes. Anyone Muzammil, would you like to try service model?
Sohail, I would like
Yes, please. Who was that?
Aksa.
Yes, Aksa, please. Do you have a question or are you answering
So,
this question?
no, I'm answering.
Yeah, please.
So, the different types of service models are infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service, as PaaS and SaaS. So infrastructure as a service is where we rent the infrastructure such as storage, servers from the cloud provider. Example that would be a VM, a virtual data center. And platform as a service is where where we have all the availability such as infrastructure and everything, and we just have to take our applications. And software as a service is where everything is done by the platform and the infrastructure team, and we just have to take the output, final output.
Good, correct answer, guys. So let's proceed. This is what she was talking about, by the way. People who have not attended last session, I have explained it. Please watch the recording. Still, if you don't understand, we can discuss that. We discussed the serverless computing also. Serverless computing, it's nothing. It is a part of your SaaS model, software as a service. It is nothing but a part of your SaaS
Fast,
model.
no?
Yes. Okay. So now, and
That's not
last
a
time
question.
we discussed availability zone. We already discussed data center. I'm not repeating data center. I hope this is pretty clear to everyone. And if it is not, then definitely you guys are not studying, because we discussed data center, right? Anyone who did not understand data center? What is a data center? I mean, I shown the pictures and everything. We have done it in detail. Still, I'm not pinpointing anyone. I just wanted to know if your understanding is there. If you do not want to unmute yourself and say, just ping me, just message me. Anyone who did not understand data center. Because if you don't understand the data center, guys, understand it will be difficult for you to understand the cloud, because cloud is nothing but whatever we do in data center, we are just doing it in over the internet. So if you don't understand the data center, it will be difficult for you to cope up with cloud concepts. So anyone who doesn't understand what is data center? Do we have Riaz? Riaz, would you like to explain what is data center or components of data center? So guys, based on this, I have already said, I mean, this is how our classes work. And this is the reason I quoted you guys 3 months, but definitely it takes longer than 3 months. But I feel that this is a better way. Even if it is taking 1 or 2 or 3 classes more than 3 months, it is fine. But your understanding should be clear. If we just have to do it for the sake of numbers that we have to complete 50 hours, we can do that. I can just leave it because I have already taught you this and it is available in the recording. I can ask you guys, go ahead and read it. But if we practice it here, we'll come to know that what level of understanding you have, what mistakes are you making, and this is the place to make mistake. Your interview is not. This is the place you can make mistakes, you can learn, you can ask, you can uh, try and error, whatever. So you will be perfect till the time you give your interviews. Okay, guys. Yeah, data center. Riaz, do we have Riaz? Arun, has Riaz joined? Okay, I guess he's not there. Right.
Yes, he joined.
No, Iram, it's okay. I am sure your understanding is clear for data center. Also, guys, I'm taking some names and specifically because see, while working with you guys, I get a little bit of understanding that where you are lacking, which one needs to be asked to whom. So if I'm asking you not to answer something, don't mind about it, because I get that feeling, I get that understanding that okay, this portion is correct for this person. But despite saying that, having said that, if you think that it is not clear for you, I'm just assuming, and it is not clear to you, feel free to let me know. Okay, this is not clear, and explain it again. I'll be happy to do that. Okay, so let it be data center. I'm assuming that all of you understand what is data center. Let's go to availability zone. Let's do it quickly, guys. This is all revision we are doing. We have already spent 28 minutes and we are still doing our revision. So who would like to explain availability zone?
I would like to explain.
No, you already answered one. Muzammil, would you like to try?
Yes, availability zone as in just for an example,
Could you
where
adjust your mic, please? Can't hear you properly.
mic is not working. Can you hear me now?
Yes, better.
Yeah. So it's like an example where if in Pune, if we have multiple option, more than one data centers are available, that would be availability zone.
Could you elaborate the answer?
If there are two, if like there is one data center in Hinjawadi and another data center is in Magarpata, kind of example. So there would be an availability, and we have two. We rent out two servers on two different locations, and we have the availability. If one server is going down, we have the availability of the second server, and there would be zero downtime, kind of a thing.
No, that is high availability you are explaining. Good. My question is, what is uh, availability zone? Could you give me the your answer is correct. I'm just grilling, just yeah. Again, guys, do not mind if I cross question if I'm grilling you. It's not because you have given incorrect answer. Something, just preparing for the interview. I told you this is a core job oriented class we are doing here, right? No, Ilyas, let Muzamil answer.
So, so we we have an option rather than going for one data center, we can choose two. That would be the availability zone.
Under where? I mean, what are you talking about? These data centers. Where are these data centers?
On the same place under
What do you call that place? What do you mean by same place?
availability zone.
Sorry?
Under that city region.
Region. Yes, this is the word I was looking for. This is, I always tell you guys, technical jargons. Do not miss technical jargons. Yes, Muzamil, you can mute yourself. Answer was correct, and on the first sentence, I knew that the concept is clear for Muzamil. But the region jargon was missing. I understand that your interviewer is not going to put a camera in your head and understand it for you. They have enough work. They have enough candidates. They are not going to do that for you. So make sure you always use technical words. A perfect explanation, everything was good, but just had to use some more technical jargon. So availability zone is any region of Azure which has more than one data centers. Normally three, we will call it. You can call three also. Any region of Azure which has three data centers, it is called availability zone. Simple one liner. And I hope this is clear to everyone. Do you want me to explain it again, that what is data center, what is availability zone? Sorry. I think I have
Yes,
a
I would
picture
like.
also. Here it is. See, this is one Azure region. Now we have already explained what is region. So I hope no one is asking the question, what is region? Not talking about new people. New people, you guys can watch video, please. 3 videos are available already. If you don't understand, then feel free to ask me. I may have another session also for you guys. I will not even wait till next weekend, maybe in weekday or somewhere. I'll just uh, have a quick session of 1 hour or 1.5 hours, and I'll explain it to you. But watch the recording first, right? So we all know what is a region. Region is nothing. It's a city where Azure's data center is available. That is a region. I'm going to more layman language just for your understanding. Technical definition we have already written here. Okay, so a region is nothing. Like in India, we have three regions. One is in Hyderabad, one is in Pune, one is in Chennai. So what is it? Region means in these three cities, Azure has their data center. Okay, now in the particular region, not all regions will have multiple data centers. Mumbai will have, maybe Hyderabad has only one data center, Chennai has only one data center, but in Pune they have three data centers. So Pune will be called as availability zone region. Okay, availability zone is nothing but a feature of a region. Any region which has three data centers, which has this feature of availability zone, it is called availability zone region. So instead of calling it availability zone region, they simply call it what is availability zone. So you have to explain it that any Azure region which has three data centers, it is called as availability zone. That's it. Is it clear? And rest of the explanation, whatever Muzamil explained, that was correct. That you can have your one server for the same application. You can have your one server here, and one server here. So if something goes wrong to this data center, you will still have your services from this data, these two servers. If something goes wrong here, you can still have your services from this data center. Is it clear, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. And when I say 3 servers. What is your understanding? Let me quickly ask. Is this my okay? First, I'll explain 3-tier and then I'll ask you this question. Don't want to confuse you
Sohail, we
guys.
can also name it as a backup service.
No, not at all. Backup is completely different. Whoever asked that question, backup is something. It's an isolated copy. Backup is something that I have a server. Last night I have taken a
Mhm.
backup. I have a backup server. So when my actual server goes down, I will have to restore my backup. For example, I can take a backup of my phone, right? I can take a backup of
Mhm.
my phone. It is there in my laptop. If something goes wrong with my phone, I will purchase a new phone. I will restore that data and then I will run my phone. So I'll have my contacts and everything available. But that is not high availability. That is not at all high availability. This is not backup. This is real-time synchronization. I mean, whatever is happening in this server, it is happening with this server. It is happening with this server. These are real-time how they synchronize, that we'll see later, not now. As of now, the aim is just to understand high availability or availability zone. Right? So these are being synchronized in real time. Backup is something you take a backup once a day, maybe twice a day, maybe 4 times a day. Last time you have taken a backup, uh, 7 a.m. morning or 9 a.m. morning. But what about data which is there after 9 to now it's 2 o'clock? What about that? So backup is something different. Backup you cannot use directly. You will have to restore the backup. So to restore backup, it takes 2 to 3 hours. It depends on the data. So backup is something different. This is completely different. High availability and backup, these are two different things. Do not get confused in this. This is clearly, I'm saying the moment this server is down, I'm still getting my services from here. If this is down, I'm still getting my services from this server. In backup, this is not the way. Backup, you have to go and manually you have to restore the data, which takes hours, and after that, your services will be up. And in that also, some data will be lost for sure. So backup and high availability are two different things. Okay.
Okay.
Then we had to start with the availability set. I did explain it to you, but under availability set, we have two more features, which I'm going to explain now. We have only 3 minutes left in this session. Anyone has any question or anything, let me know. If not, I will explain the availability set again, whatever we have explained in the previous session. I'll just revise that, and the bifurcation of that we'll do in the next session. So anyone has any question till now? I mean, we are just doing revision as of now. We haven't even started with a new topic. Yes, guys, any questions? I'll take that as a no. So availability set, let me quickly explain it to you. Availability set, and then the detailed explanation of availability set we'll do in the next session. We'll join without any break, guys, because mostly I have been speaking, you guys are not speaking, so I don't think we should take a break unless you guys want a break. If not, as soon as this session ends, please rejoin the session using the same link without any break. Unless you want a break, let me know. Again, if you do not want a break, let's not discuss that, and just join the session. As soon as this finishes, join the session. I will start immediately. So availability set. I just explained the availability zone feature to you, right? That what is availability zone? That for one application, I can have 3 servers in 3 data center. So if something goes wrong with this server, I have this server available to give service. If something goes wrong with this one, I have this server available. Okay, this is availability zone, but it is costly. And one question, is it available in all the zones? Is it available in all the regions? Is this feature?
No,
No.
no.
No, right? So due to some compliance reason, due to some legal reason, my application, I cannot host it beyond Chennai. I have to keep my data and my application in Chennai. Maybe some government rules, anything. It could be anything. But I want some high availability. Will that person who's hosting the services in Chennai are going to get this service availability zone?
Yes. No?
No.
If there is a availability zone available, then only
Do we have
he
it in
will get the
Chennai?
option.
Do we have it in Chennai? I showed you that
No, we
map.
don't
We
have.
do. Yeah.
Don't have it.
No,
In,
we
Yeah.
in
can check.
India,
We
we
do.
have it in Pune, right? So he's not getting it. Guys, please mute yourself as soon as you're done talking. Okay. So you're not getting it, right? Still, if
But you
a
have it in
person,
Chennai, right?
if we have it, we have it. No, I don't think so. We have it. We can check the map, but I don't think so. We have it in Chennai. We have a region. It doesn't have availability zone.
Okay.
We do not.
Availability zone is only in Pune. 3 zones.
Yeah, Hyderabad. It is upcoming. Not sure. Again, I told you this information. You never go on this one note. You always check Microsoft's website. They keep it up to date. Okay. So now, if a person wants some sort of high availability, what can we offer him? That we are gonna discuss in our next session. We hardly have 40 seconds left. Let me close this session, join the next session immediately without any break, and then we are going to discuss availability set. That the regions where we do not have availability zone, how can we give some sort of high availability? So let me stop this session and rejoin it immediately, guys.